Health Watch, the Environmental Protection Agency is being urged to take action on toxic chemicals found in some drinking water. The chemicals are known as PFAs, and studies found that these chemicals are more dangerous than previously thought. PFAs are used in anything from carpets and firefighting foam to fast food wrappers. The Trump administration has called the contamination a public relations nightmare. Eric Olson is the Senior Director for Advocacy Initiatives at the National Resources Defense Council. Eric, thanks for joining us. What are the possible health impacts of these chemicals in drinking water?
Well, there's a variety of effects. We're worried about cancer effects. It can interfere with some of the hormones that we have, and there are certain other diseases that have been linked to these toxic chemicals that we're now finding in millions of people's drinking water.
EPA testing from 2013 to 2015 found significant amounts of PFAs in public water in 33 states. So what needs to be done to get these chemicals out of the water?
Well, we need to stop using them, for one thing. They're used in all sorts of for all sorts of purposes, ranging from firefighting foams that are sprayed onto fires, and there are alternatives to things like food wrappers, even things like Teflon pans. So we need to stop using them, go to alternatives that are safer, and start cleaning up the problem, because millions of people are drinking this stuff every day.
Well, of course, one of the stories and the biggest horrible problems that brought attention to safe water recently is Flint, Michigan. How much of the drinking water in the U.S., though, do you think is contaminated? Is this isolated or is this widespread?
Well, we wish it was isolated, but a study that was done by some Harvard University researchers recently found that over 6 million people are served by water systems that have this stuff at levels above what EPA says are safe. And in fact, now it's looking like the EPA numbers are too high, and we should be saying that safe levels are even lower than what EPA originally was saying was okay.
So what do you recommend? What should be done to make sure that water is safe?
Well, first of all, we need to make sure we've tested the water, because millions of people's water hasn't even been checked for whether this contamination is there. Secondly, we need to start cleaning up our water supplies. And thirdly, start getting rid of the contamination. That means stop using the stuff and cleaning up contamination of our groundwater and surface waters that has these toxic chemicals in it.
All right. Eric Olson, very disturbing report. Thank you.
Thank you.